Hello everyone. In this live demo, we are going to have a look on the latest GSTR-3B for the month of August 2022. As you all know that Table 4 of the GST return is being updated, or it's changed by the GSTN. So in this live demo, we are going to have a view on how to uh, enter figures for Table 4. The attempt is to understand the nitty-gritty and the fine prints of Table 4 of the GSTR-3B. So I'm going to give you a live demo of the return GSTR-3B. So just we have to go to the services return, etc., and then we will move to the GSTR-3B. So this return is not a nil return, so I'm selecting it as a no and then moving to the next level, the next. So the key element for today's discussion is the table 4, as you can see on the screen. Table 4 of GSTR-3B pertaining to eligible ITC. I'm clicking on it and then moving to the screen. So friends, the major change is pertaining to, you can say it is pertaining to table 4B part 1 part 2 and 4B part 1 part 2. So I'm going to tell you that what precautions we need to take while filing and punching figures in table 4B 1 and 2, and how to move on and how to reconcile the figures. So as you can see on my screen, there is an amount of rupees 93,025 rupees and 80 paisa on IGST. This amount is auto-populated. I have not changed. Again, there is one more amount in C, that is 66967.95, and the same amount is coming in state tax also. So this amount is basically directly moving from my GSTR to V. All the figures have come to this table for table number 4 part A and column number 5. This amount is basically includes the blocked credit also, but it is not including two types of credit. The first credit is wherein the limit to avail ITC has already expired. We have to take ITC up to, for example, for a financial year up to 31st, I'm talking about a financial year 21-22, the ITC need to be taken up to 30th of November 2022. So the invoices which are beyond that period, they will not come to this table auto-populated manner. And the ITC, the ITC in cases where there is mismatch on account of place of supply, you can say there is a conflict of place of supply. Place of supply, for example, suppose you are registered in Delhi and you are going to say Mumbai and staying in the hotel in Mumbai, and the Mumbai hotel is charging you the CNS of Mumbai, Maharashtra. You cannot take credit of that amount in your Delhi state. So although you have given GST number to that particular hotel company, they have also filed that invoice on GSTR1, but the auto-populated amount will not come here because it is excluded by GSTN. So I'm summarizing the conclusion that this particular table 4 part 5, it will have all the auto-populated figures except two items. The first item is pertaining to the conflict of place of supply, the hotel example, and the second point is pertaining to the time limits. The time limit for taking ITC has already expired. So this point, I hope it is clear to all of you. Now I'm moving to table 4B. The 4B says, part 1 says that you have to reverse ITC in part 1 as per rule 32, 38, 42, and 43, and section 17, subsection 5. The second part pertains to others. So let me tell you what others, what is part 1, 4B1, 4B2. So 4B1 says that you have to reverse the ITC which is permanent in nature, And the table 4B2 says you have to reverse the ITC which are not permanent in nature, which are temporary in nature. For example, the payment is not made within 180 days, or the invoice has received but goods are not actually received, that amount we have to reverse. And the rule 42, 43, and 17.5, they are talking about the permanent reversal of ITC due to blockage of ITC, due to usage on account of personal nature, etc., etc. So what you have to do, take your 2B, find out items which are disallowed under section 17 subsection 5, not allowed as per rule 42, 43 and rule 38, and deduct those amounts from this table 4B1. Now moving to second part, others. You can see on my screen some amounts are coming here. They are on account of the, for example, payment is not made within 180 days, or the actual goods has not been received in that particular month in which invoice has actually been issued. Now coming to the third part, most important, they are talking about 4D1 ITC reclaimed, which was reversed under table 4B2 in earlier tax periods. For example, when you have filed July's return, you have reversed some amount, which was reversed on account of payment is not made within 180 days. Or, for instance, the place of supply, or you can say the invoice was actually received in June, but goods are actually received under the next month, August 2022. So that amount you have to show here, that this amount you have taken credit on account of reversals earlier made under table 4B2 in the earlier tax periods. To make it more simple, to make it more understandable, I'm giving one more example to you for 4D1. 4D1 is talking about ITC reclaimed, which was reversed under table 4B2 in earlier tax period. For example, for the month of April 2022, you have reversed some amount because the payment was not made within 180 days, and there was a trigger in the month of April 2022. Or the place of, you can say the invoice was actually received in the month of April 2022, but goods have been received in the month of, say now, August 2022. So that amount will be reflected here. You will take credit in others, but reflect that amount here just so that tomorrow when the case is selected for scrutiny, the officer can be convinced and he can be guided that how we have taken the credit. The second part pertaining to 4D2 is related to ITC ineligible under 16.4 and ITC restricted due to POS rules. This is again very, very critical here, that you have already mentioned that the ITC, two types of ITC will not be auto-populated in this table. You can say all other ITC, two types of ITC. The first one is pertaining to the conflict of POS, and the second one is pertaining to that 16 subsection 4. The time limit has already expired. So you have to mention those invoices, how they will be accounted for, how they will be you can say segregated. That you have to do on the basis of your books of accounts. Your books of accounts will tell you that these are the ITC which are ineligible on account of 16.4 and ITC restricted due to POS rules. There is conflict of POS. Main and the fascinating example of the same is the hotel. The hotel is charging CNF, but we are unable to take credit because of conflict in POS. So this was all about the table 4 recent changes made by the GSTN. Very, very important. The conclusion of the whole discussion is that you should reconcile your ITC, whatever ITC you are taking in your return, along with your books of accounts, vis-a-vis reconciliation with GSTR-2B. I hope you have enjoyed this live demo of GSTR-3B. Thank you so much for watching this live demo. Have a nice day. Thank you.